Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Valerie and in today's video I'm going to be creating Skims lawn slip dress. You've probably seen this viral dress on TikTok, so I decided to recreate it and show you the process so you could sew it too instead of paying $78 for such a simple dress. So all you need for this dress is cotton fabric and bias tape, which is actually optional. I didn't find a bias tape matching my dress, so I will make it myself from the same fabric from which I will sew the dress. So let's get into the tutorial. I'm going to start off by printing the pattern. You can make your own pattern by tracing one of your fitted dresses, or you can use my pattern if you don't want to bother. The link to my pattern you can find in the description down below. To check if you have printed the pattern correctly, measure the test square. It should be 5 by 5 centimeters. Then trim down the edges where it needs, connect all of your pattern pieces and cut it out. Once you have all of your pattern pieces cut out, you can go ahead and cut out your fabric. Now we're gonna start sewing. So place your back piece to the front piece right sides together and then just pin it in place. Then sew the side seams from top to bottom. I'm using an overlocker, but if you don't have one, you can just use an overlock stitch or a zigzag stitch on your home sewing machine. Now we need to finish the edges with a bias tape and make straps. So if you bought a pre-made bias tape, then you have made your task a little easier. I didn't find a bias tape that would match my dress, so I'm going to make it myself. I cut out a 4 cm wide strip from the fabric from which I sewed the dress, and then I pressed the edges towards the center. And now I'm going to attach it to the dress like a regular bias tape. So I open up my bias tape and place it together with the dress. Then I make a stitch, slightly pulling the fabric to make the seam stretchy. Now fold over the bias tape so it completely hides that seam allowance, and I top stitch that bias tape in place. To make straps, I cut off 2 bias tapes of the lengths I needed. I have them 50 cm each. And now we need to attach the edges of the bias tape together. So place the edges together at a 80-degree angle like this, edge to edge, and then take a ruler and make a diagonal mark right through the center of the overlapped pieces. This mark is where you're going to sew. Then I trim off the seam allowance. The reason why we join bias tape like this is just to reduce the bulk. Now I pin my bias tape to the armhole and then stitch it in place. After that, I fold over the bias tape and top stitch it all the way around. The last step is to hem the dress. I overlock the edge and then turn it up once and stitch it about 1 cm from the edge. You can easily turn the hem twice and then stitch it, but don't forget to pull the fabric while stitching. And after that, you are done with the dress. Let me know in the comments if you like this concept of recreating branded clothing and what brand we should do it with next. You can also watch my other videos where I recreate clothes from other brands. I'll leave the links in the description. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye!